And one of the reasons the press it comes up is because everybody in America wants to be a hero. And there are very few heroes in America because very few people are under the gun. This is a free country. So they have to tell you, oh my gosh, everybody's Hitler. And that makes you a hero because you're standing up to Hitler instead of making a lot of noise about a duly elected official who's doing a good job. That makes you a hero. If you say, oh, women are so oppressed. Women are not oppressed in this country. Women are utterly free. But if you say they're oppressed, then you're a hero. Oh, how brave you were. How brave you were to come forward. They just love to hear that. And then one of the things about the press is they like to pretend that they are in a country that oppresses them. If Donald Trump attacks them, if he says you're lying, you're biased, which they are, they feel like, oh my gosh, it's Stalin has come again. But just as a reminder that there are reporters in this world who are really quite brave. There is a story it's out of Turkey, but it's about a Saudi reporter, Saudi journalist named Jamal Khashoggi. And this is a genuine, it's a mystery, but it's one of those mysteries I think we all know the answer to. He has been a real critic of the new Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is essentially now the leader of the country. And Salman came in and he was supposed to be a big deal because he was going to let women drive. He was going to have all these social reforms, but his social reforms have come along with a political crackdown, and he's been putting people away. And Khashoggi has been, he's been in America, I believe, criticizing him from afar. And the Saudis have really gone out of their way to show you that they can reach out from Saudi Arabia and they can get you. There was a woman who was driving in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, when she was pulled over by security officers, thrown on a plane, sent back to Saudi Arabia and jailed. In Canada, a Saudi student refused to stop making YouTube videos criticizing the kingdom's rulers, and two of his brothers back home were in prison. They want you to know they can reach you. So this guy, Khashoggi, is in Turkey. He was getting some papers to let him marry a woman, a Turkish woman. He was in Istanbul, and he went into the Saudi consulate there and left his girlfriend outside, his fiance outside, saying, if I don't come out in a couple hours, you should call the police. And basically, he never came out. He never came out of the consulate. The Turks, who are no amateurs at suppressing the press and suppressing dissent themselves, are accusing the Saudis of killing him, of cutting him into pieces and shipping his body out of the consulate. They say people flew into the country, hitmen flew into the country and killed him, which of course, to kill somebody on a prominent dissenter on somebody else's soil is bad news. That's the kind of thing Putin does. Trump is talking about it. Trump doesn't like it. Here's Trump commenting on it.
I am concerned about it. I don't like hearing about it. And hopefully that will sort itself out. Right now, nobody knows anything about it, but there's some pretty bad stories going around. I do not like it. Thank you.
I don't blame them. We've been trying to be friends with the Saudis because they've kind of tacitly accepted Israel because Israel is, what they're really afraid of is Iran. So Saudi is tacitly accepting Israel. So Jared Kushner has been over there trying to use them to broker some peace in the Middle East. We don't want to lose friends with them, but at the same time, we can't let them go around killing people like this. And it just points out that there are hero journalists. There are people who are standing up against oppression. Brian Stelter and his ilk, CNN, NBC, ABC, CBS, are just a pack of liars, and they're not heroes. And when they get criticized, maybe they should start to look at themselves, because if there were a word other than clueless for someone who has no self-awareness, it would certainly describe the mainstream media.